Hello there. What is going on, you guys? We have another X-Wing 2.0 Wave 3 article today. This is for the Servants of Strife Squadron Pack. We've already gotten a Servants of Strife Squadron Pack article already, but we got another one today. Just kind of detailing how many articles they're going to pump into this wave. There's a lot of articles. They're definitely going to milk the news and hype this up before it comes out. I think this is one main reason we haven't seen Armada news or anything like that until after this. I think once they're done with all of these articles, that's when we'll probably get our Armada news. And, but at the same time, Legion's certainly not hurting for news. They're getting news like every other week. So lots of news coming out for X-Wing and Legion. This time, they're talking about a couple of new things in the Servants of Strife packs. They're giving us a couple of looks at a few new cards, but they're also outlining the dust clouds, and a new hazard type of token you can get. And we're going to talk about that as well. Actually, we're going to talk about that in our first upgrade. Okay, it's called a strain token, and this one's going to give us one of them. This is called Treacherous. It's one of those talents. It's got a single charge on it, but it's not a recovering charge. It doesn't have a little triangle on there. So Treacherous is separatist only, and it says, while you defend, you may choose a ship obstructing the attack and spend a charge. If you do, cancel one hit or a crit result, and the ship you choose gains a strain token. After a ship is at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, you recover your charge. So you can use this again, but you can only use this once a ship gets blown up. So what is a strain token? So a strain token is going to reduce your agility by 1. So you're going to be, if you use this and you dodge behind a friendly ship, the friendly ship is going to be easier to be shot. If you ideally, you can use this and hide behind an enemy ship, and so the enemy ship will get the strain token. Now, there's two ways to get rid of a strain token. After you defend, you will lose a strain token, and also after you do a blue maneuver, you'll also lose a strain token. So you'd rather, fly away and just get rid of it that way. However, it doesn't seem all that nice because you're gonna, you don't want to be hit that much easier. So that's interesting. It's nice to see new types of tokens. And then the dust clouds also are going to be kind of cool. They talk about in the dust clouds, you got 3 of those. You can swap those as a standard obstacle, just like an asteroid or a debris cloud. The dust cloud is going to do a couple of things. First off, if you defend, line of sight is going through it, you're going to get an extra die. Pretty standard for most obstacles. But also you're going to get like the old school outmaneuver, where you'll be able to return a blank die to a defense. So really good obstacle to hide behind. Although it doesn't seem like it really is going to hurt you if you happen to land on it. You just don't want the shot to be going through it. So if you happen to land on one of these, make sure your butt is, or your butt's on it and not your front, because you don't want to be shooting through this thing, because you're probably not gonna hit anything. All right, so really, really good to hide behind. So that's kind of maybe a theme with Separatists, is hiding behind stuff. Like kind of cowardly General Grievous, right? So that's kind of cool. Energy shell charges. We got a a missile attack here. I think they've already previewed this one, but it's a calculate. You can spend a charge to fire it, and then you can spend a calculate to change an eyeball to a crit, and you can reload this card as an action. So that's kind of cool. Nice to be able to reload a card because it's only got 1. So over the long game, you'll be able to get lots of shots out of it. Another thing that they're giving us is these new Solitary upgrades, and this one is pretty interesting because Solitary, it's weird. It's almost like unique. It's almost that way. And what it basically means is you can only have 1 Solitary upgrade for the upgrade type. And so this upgrade type with the droid head, this one is actually called the Tactical Relay, and so you can only have 1 Solitary Tactical Relay card in your build. Doesn't matter that like Kraken here is unique, and if you wanted this guy on one ship and you wanted TV-94 on another ship, you couldn't do that because they're solitary. So solitary means for your whole build. So in theory, if you had a proton torpedo that was solitary, you can only have 1 solitary proton torpedo in your whole list. So if they made like the mother of all proton torpedoes and it was like an insta-kill, and then they had the father of all proton torpedoes and that was also an insta-kill, you couldn't have 2 of those on 2 different ships. You'd have to pick one. That's kind of how that works. So for a Kraken here, he's also a Separatist only. They're probably going to be the only ones that have this. During the end phase, you may choose up to 3 friendly ships at range 0 to 3. If you do, each of those ships does not remove a Calculate token. And he also grants you the Calculate action, so if you don't already have a calculate, you can do it yourself. It doesn't say other friendly ships, so you can actually include yourself. So this is actually going to be a really good card to use, because for one, you're getting the calculate action innately here. You get to save that, so maybe this might even be better than focus situationally, right? Because you get to save it, and he doesn't, and to use his ability, it's not requiring anything else. Granted, you probably want to have done calculate already, but if you just do it like first turn, you can save that calculate the whole game in theory, so you won't even have to use. So you're free to like boost and barrel roll next. So a really cool action efficiency here. TV94 is again a different build. You couldn't have both of those in the same build. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs a primary attack against a defender in its bullseye arc, if there are 2 or fewer attack dice, it can spend a calculate token to add a hit result. Love this one, especially for the swarms. I understand why they don't want you to have both of them, because they're both really synergizing with the calculate. And I love that the droids are synergizing with calculate rather than focus. It just kind of really gives them a swarm mentality. It also gives them a droid feel, like a robot feel. Like everything is planned. Like there's not as much randomness. Like, oh, I hope we randomly get a bunch of hits. No, the droid's like, no, I've calculated this. I'm definitely going to be able to get at least 2 damage, or however much they're looking to get. You have a pretty good chance. Plus, if you're in your bullseye arc, a lot of times that means you're at range 1. So if you're at range 1, maybe not the best thing, because there's not going to be 2 or fewer attack dice if you're at range 1. So if you can really line up that bullseye shot, that's going to be awesome. And then we got a title. We're going to work really good on Grievous. And it's going to give you 2 more hull to start, the soulless one. And while you defend, if the attacker is outside your firing arc, you may re-roll. I got kids screaming over here. I apologize. If you while you defend, if the attacker is outside your firing arc, you may re-roll a defense die. Awesome. That's just overall, it's just awesome, especially for a ship that's only got the 1 firing arc. So that's going to be good. I imagine, especially with 2 extra hull, it's probably going to be an expensive one. That's my guess. We will see. And that's basically all they showed us today. Big thing, if you haven't already, I'm giving away a Force FX lightsaber right now in the form of an Amazon gift card. I got details for that on Crabbok.com. So go ahead and make sure you enter that. All you have to do is enter to win is basically be a subscriber and leave a comment. Let me know what faction you're looking forward to play the most in X-Wing, or which faction you think is the worst. Either one of those. Or if you see somebody else that you agree with, reply on their comment on their comment, or comment on another comment. Anyway, all right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.